This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with Wendy Ross, who's in for John Scalzi, who will be celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Just want to remind everybody, cards and presents, you still have 24 hours left to shop.
There you go. Happy birthday, John.
And the world will be crying, at least along the southwestern coast of Florida. It has already started. Did you notice when you came on in? Just a couple of light sprinkles out there. It's nothing heavy. We had some really strong thunderstorms over the central part of the state last night, and we could see a repeat of that again tonight. But right now, things are going to be quiet for your morning commute as you're heading out the door. Keep in mind, you may have to turn on the windshield wipers every once in a while, but notice we're just looking at some scattered showers taking place, and the heaviest rains out in the Gulf of Mexico are already dissipating. So we're looking at partly cloudy to fair skies across the region, and most of the wet weather that's already come on in continues to move off towards the east. Temperatures are in the upper 60s right now, our humidity high, the winds out of the east, and temperatures all around the Suncoast in the 60s with a couple of 70s out there.
Excellent. Thank you, Wendy. Taking a look at the Suncoast roadways, as she said, a little bit slippery this morning or wet, so be aware. Leave yourself a little extra time, but everything seems to be moving along well at this point in the morning. 75, 301, 41, all free and clear with no issues or delays all over the Suncoast, Manatee, and Sarasota counties.
Topping our news this morning with construction already in full force at I-75 and University Parkway. Prepare for yet another major road project.
ABC 7's Rick Adams has more.
Dozens of residents came out to Thursday's FDOT workshop in Bradenton to get information and have their voices heard. FDOT will be reconstructing the interchange at I-75 and State Road 64 from 66th Street to Grand Harbor.
There is a lot of development in this part of Manatee County, especially farther to the east towards Lakewood Ranch. And this interchange is being designed to accommodate for that future growth.
Tony Milan is owner of Clear Sunset Car Wash on State Road 64 near I-75. He tells us that he's not looking forward to the construction, but he says it has to be done because of the tremendous growth in the area.
When it's going on, a lot of people might try to avoid the area, just like a lot of people avoid the university project that's going on right now. But in the long run, it's going to be great.
One resident who attended the workshop is Paul Reynolds. His home is right up against I-75 near State Road 64. Noise is his biggest concern. FDOT officials told him that a noise wall he was hoping for is not going to be built with this project.
On a calm day, you have to project your voice in order to speak out back. At night, we can hear traffic in our house while we sleep. When there's lots of traffic, there's lots of noise.
Sidewalks and bike lanes will also be constructed, and FDOT says traffic should not be too big of a problem.
There's going to be some lanes that will be temporarily closed from time to time, but I think that's normal with any highway construction project.
FDOT says construction of this project will get underway in the summer of 2017, and it should be finished by the end of 2019. Reporting from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Rick. A 24-hour strike at the Bay Breeze Health and Rehabilitation Center will wrap up today as employees fight to raise their minimum wage.
Now, those on strike want higher wages from the nursing home's parent company, Consulate Healthcare. The strike comes after more than 6 months of contract negotiations.
We're trying to make sure they have enough money to feed their families, because right now they don't. We got people still making $8.05 an hour, single people, single parent people, and they can't live off that.
Consulate Healthcare sent us a statement saying in part that the organization will continue to work in good faith to find a resolution, and that while it's disappointed in the union's decision to strike, patient and resident care will remain unaffected due to the efforts of staff and fellow care center volunteers. And the Sarasota Police Department is about to receive life-saving tools. The Sarasota Police Foundation will be presenting the department with trauma kits next week. Officers can carry them on patrol and use them to treat a gunshot or a puncture wound. The Police Foundation ordered 160 of them, one for each officer, and the $7,000 used to buy the kits came from donations. And for those struggling with mental health problems in Sarasota, there is hope. Work has begun on the Vincent Academy on Glengarry Street off of Tamiami Trail. It's a facility that will offer education, community integration, skills training, and career placement to help adults with mental challenges live more productive lives. The Academy hopes to work closely with Sarasota County officials and local human service providers to make sure that the needs of those that they will be serving are met to the best of their abilities.
People living with serious mental illnesses experience a high level of unemployment. Nationwide, 85 to 90% of the folks aren't working, and what happens is they become perpetual patients in our healthcare system, in and out of homeless centers, sometimes incarceration. So our solution to that is work, employment, skill training, and helping people live productive lives.
Other features include a media center, business center, and instructional kitchen. The Vincent Academy is scheduled to open this fall.
We'll be on the lookout for a few changes if you take the bus in Sarasota. SCAT is making minor changes to its routes in Northport and express bus services. Express buses will no longer serve shops of Northport, and buses going to Siesta Key will only operate between Turtle Beach and Southgate Mall. Some service areas will be discontinued in Northport as well, and the route changes will take effect tomorrow. Meanwhile, a new transportation option is coming to South Sarasota County. ITN Suncoast is expanding its services into Northport and Englewood. The Sarasota-based nonprofit group provides rides to those who are over 60 years old or adults of any age who are visually impaired. Rides are now available any day of the week at any time between Bradenton and Northport. Anyone who wants to use those services, though, must become a member of ITN Suncoast and call a day in advance to book a ride.
And parents are divided over the Manatee County School District's decision to shut down Orange Ridge Bullock Elementary due to issues over infrastructure. That's because the school has roughly 60 students enrolled in a program designated for special needs education, and now those students will have to switch to another school. They'll attend Rogers Garden Elementary for the upcoming school year.
I think as long as the same faculty transfers over, I feel pretty confident that the only difference will be location.
Let's just say if a child's in a sensory room, they're going to have a sensory room that's appropriate for a child that needs to go over there. As simple as accessible playground facilities, are they going to be at the new site?
The district is also looking to change the name of Rogers Garden to reflect Bullock and its students.
New developments on a project that's been years in the making. The Bradenton Herald reports that Benderson Development filed building permits this week to construct a Walmart Supercenter at US 301 and Erie Road in Parrish, and it'd be part of the Creekside Commons Shopping Plaza, which has been on the back burner for years due to the 2008 financial crisis. The building permits indicate that Benderson wants to work on 6 buildings on a portion of that 50-acre property. Those permits need approval still from the Manatee County officials. Also in Manatee County, some residents are fighting a proposal for a helistop at the Concession Golf Club in Bradenton. According to the Bradenton Herald, the Manatee County Planning Commission voted 4-2 last night to recommend approval for this helistop. Now, a helistop is a landing area without any facilities or maintenance equipment for helicopters. Residents nearby say that this plan creates more safety concerns and will spook horses in the nearby equestrian community. A noise study done last year showed that helicopters flying in the area actually made less noise than lawnmowers, delivery trucks, and other aircraft. The Manatee County Commission will vote on this recommendation next month.
Now, in an effort to fight homelessness on the Suncoast, the 4th annual Walk a Mile in Their Shoes event will be held tomorrow.
Over 500 people are expected to participate this year, and the walk is put on by Turning Points, a nonprofit aimed at helping local children who are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. The walk helps fund programs and grants to help the families in need. Registration begins at 4 p.m. on the south end of Coquina Beach on Anna Maria Island. The family 1-mile walk begins at 5:30. There will also be music, live entertainment, food, drinks, activities, and raffles. Sounds like a great time and a good cause, too.
Yeah, it does. Really did. Looked like they were climbing for, a mile in their shoes. They were climbing the rock climbing wall. That was awesome.
It does look great. Meanwhile, hundreds of volunteers will be out and about this weekend to help keep Manatee beautiful, also in that same area.
Yeah, I think they should all combine, and we get double the pleasure now. It's part of the Great American Cleanup. It's the country's largest community improvement program with at least 20,000 communities participating nationwide. Last year, more than 19,000 pounds of trash was collected along with Manatee's shorelines. And this year's theme is Clean Your Block Party. Volunteers will be meeting this Saturday at 9 a.m. on the various locations listed on your screen. Make sure to bring gloves, closed-toe shoes, and sunscreen. Trash bags will be provided. The city of Northport is also participating. And hundreds of bookworms are crowding Venice's Centennial Park gazebo for the 7th annual Bible Readathon.
It began at 7 on Tuesday night, and the readers each have about 10 to 15-minute shifts to read from the Bible. Those who read between midnight and 6 a.m. have longer shifts. We spoke to those participating in the event about what it means for the community.
It just has grown, which means, you know, it's a blessing to the people of this city of Venice, Sarasota County. And so I've been a part of it since the very beginning, and I just feel blessed.
The Readathon is non-denominational, and people of all faiths are welcome. This Readathon wraps up on Saturday at 3 in the afternoon.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is teaming up with McDonald's to reward people caught doing random acts of kindness. Over the next several months, deputies and other agency personnel will be looking out for those making a positive impact on the community. Anyone who is seen doing a good deed will be given a coupon for one free Happy Meal or sandwich that can be redeemed at any local McDonald's. The department says the effort helps reinforce trust between law enforcement and its citizens.
That's great.
That really is great. It's
Positive
a
reinforcement.
big weekend again, like a lot going on. We get to walk around the shoes, Manatee County, you know, make Manatee County beautiful. Evie's golf tournament, the Easter Seals golf tournament, which is the Meadows Cup, and a lot going on.
See, they say that season is the only time when we have events, but it's
That is
becoming
not
a
true.
year-round thing.
That is not true. It is a year-round. Now it's a year-round.
Yes.
Yes, I've noticed that. That's
But
kind of
is
exciting.
the weather going to hold up? That's the problem.
Oh, that's always the big mystery, isn't it? We're going to find that out. We've got the forecast
nice
coming up.
tease,
We'll find that out.
And
What
also
about
the birds.
ospreys?
The
How
birds
do
might
they
fly
do
this
with
weekend.
the rain?
The ospreys love the rain. They love any kind of weather you throw at them. Look at them. And I tell you what, that little guy is just so cute, Sonny. You are so sweet. I tell you what, it was really interesting because yesterday she was cleaning her teeth or something. Mom was.
With floss?
She was using floss. Yes, she was. And the bird, Sonny, is just staring at her like, oh, Mom. Oh, it was embarrassing.
Oh my God.
I'm on national TV,
It's a teenager
Mom.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, we're on television right now. Oh my goodness.
So fun.
Yeah, I wonder, it's growing so fast. And I haven't seen both of the big mom and pop together in a long time.
Telling you. He always goes missing.
And I
Soda.
understand that next week, Sonny is going to start making efforts to fly. I think it's going to be coming up pretty soon.
Lessons are starting?
Yeah.
Once he
pretty
gets his
soon.
teeth cleaned completely, they got to do the bottom low,
Yeah.
the bottom half. Can't go out without clean teeth.
I know, it was fascinating to watch. It always is.
All right, also coming up, the latest resident at Big Cat Habitat is getting a lot of attention, but this is no feline. We'll tell you what it actually is coming up after the break.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $169. A Civic, just $169. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. You may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
At Sunset Subaru, it's all about getting more for your money.
More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at the new redesigned Sunset Subaru dealership in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189, just $189, or 0.9% APR. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Well, if you're heading out the door this morning, the good news is you don't have to worry about the weather. We are looking at some showers around, certainly, but we've had just some sprinkles that moved on through early this morning. And right now, we've just got partly cloudy skies across our region right now. Other showers are forming out here in the Gulf of Mexico. So yes, we are expecting to see rain today, but for the most part, the morning hours are going to be fairly quiet for us. And what we're looking at are these showers that are developing and some thunderstorms as well out in the Gulf of Mexico. And it's all falling along a front that's just situated across central Florida right now. So what we're going to continue to see is the opportunity for rain, but our rain chances throughout the morning hours almost don't even exist. 10, 20%, and then by the latter part of the day, that's when we're expecting to see some strong thunderstorms moving in, and it will be over the central part of the state once again where we're expected to see the really heavy rains taking place. Again, a couple of low pressure impulses moving along this band of a front that's just situated right here across central Florida, and you can see that once again it's the southeast getting all of the wet weather all across the southeastern part of the country, and including the state of Florida. That's when we're expecting to see the showers. But we're going to be experiencing the rains much later today. So this is what it's looking like over the next 24-hour period, is we'll see those showers continuing to move on down to the south, and then by Sunday, we start to see some drier air that's going to filter on in here. So we'll see a half of the weekend is going to be pretty nice, but the first part of the weekend is going to be rather unsettled. So we'll see this unsettled weather through Saturday taking place, with the storms taking inland. That's where we're going to be seeing the majority of the rain unfolding, and then that dry and warm conditions taking place for the rest of next week. So this is what it looks like as far as rainfall totals are concerned. We'll get a smattering of rain right here along the west coast of Florida. It's going to be mostly central and eastern Florida getting the greatest amounts of rainfall, once again, just as we experienced yesterday. And temperatures right now are in the 50s across the Panhandle, where they've had plenty of rainfall over the past couple of days. We're also looking at temperature readings in the 60s to our north. We're in the 70s across central Florida, and right here across our viewing area, we've got a lot of 60s on the map right now, especially over Manatee County. We're seeing mostly 60s at this hour. Northern Sarasota experiencing the same thing. And then down to the south, we have temperatures now in the 60s and 70s, but mostly the warmer temperatures are east of I-75. Over the day, we are going to be seeing our temperatures climbing up to about 80 degrees for daytime highs. It's the latter part of the day where we'll see those chances for rain, a 30 to 40% chance in the forecast for today. 68 degrees right now, our humidity at 87%. Winds are coming in out of the east at 7 miles per hour. And our forecast for today calls for temperatures in the 80s. East of I-75, it will be a little bit warmer throughout the morning hours, a 30% chance of rain, and then we up those chances to about a 40% chance for the latter part of the day. Winds will start out of the southeast, shift around towards the southwest at 5 to 10 knots. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out on the bay. So today's forecast calling for highs in the 80s, and that will continue for the rest of this weekend and all the way into the beginning of next week. And once again, we're going to be seeing a half and half weekend for the weekend forecast, a 30% chance of rain on Saturday and no rain chances on Sunday.
Thank you, Wendy. Taking a look at your commute right now at 520. I am seeing a problem right now at the base of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. I-275 southbound is partially blocked there between exit 16 at Pinellas Point Drive and exit 5 at US 19. So be aware of that. No slowdowns, though, surrounding that area at this point in the road or in the morning, but right now it is partially blocked there in the roadway. As far as the rest of Manatee County, Palmetto bridges look good. So does 41, 301, 75. I'm not seeing any slowdowns on the interstate as you head into Sarasota. Everything looks good on the arteries out to 75 this morning. 41 moving along nicely. Up and down Sarasota County, South County, also free and clear. Well, like so many, a retired circus performer is now calling the Suncoast home, and his name is Bob.
And he's not a trapeze artist or clown. In fact, he's not even human. ABC 7's Max Winitz has his story.
Lions, tigers, and capybaras? Meet Bob, the newest and perhaps strangest resident at Big Cat Habitat.
The kids love it because, look, mommy, look, it's a giant hamster or a giant gerbil. And then, of course, it's just something different, something you don't see all over the place, you know.
The giant rodent had been seen traveling the country in the circus.
Everybody that retires in New York, where do they want to go? Sarasota, Florida.
Bob is now living the life and soaking it up on the Suncoast.
It's a capybara grotto we have here going for him. He's got his beautiful waterfall, his little cave there that he likes to, he calls it his man cave. And then, of course, he's got a house in case he wants to start a family.
What this hungry herbivore needs now is a friend. Capybaras, native to South America, are gregarious.
All animals seem to do better when they have a companion. They exercise more, they play more, they clean each other more. It's just a happier, healthier life for them.
Clayton Rosaire is hoping to find Bob a mate.
He's tried all different other ways of finding a friend, of course. Tried Tinder, but his little fingers couldn't work it right on his phone. And Match.com just wouldn't even accept his application. So I felt bad for him, but I think he's got a real strong chance here in the future.
So the search to find Bob's soulmate is on. Rosaire actively calling other zoos, even Florida Fish and Wildlife, to find out if there are any other capybaras out there. If you know of one, give Big Cat Habitat a call. Reporting in Sarasota, Max Winitz, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Max. The
He's tried it all, the
capybara.
singles bars, nothing. He's had no luck.
It's like our Friday funnies. I like that. We should have more funny stories like
Yes,
that on
indeed.
Fridays.
I agree.
I wonder if he could have a female mate that's not a capybara. I wonder if it could be somebody else.
Just a giant rodent.
We never know. We'll still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
2 fast food chains are experiencing some losses in profits and menu options. We'll take a look at that coming up.
It's Ram Truck Month, and that means big savings on some of America's best vehicles at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $17,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary, and remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say,
Hey, Culligan man.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck 39 years running, the Ford F-150, Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
All right, it is 5:25. Wall Street analysts say Chipotle's food safety crisis is erasing years' worth of earnings.
But I bet you they're cleanest food around now.
Probably.
ABC's Kenneth Gibson and Diane Macedo have this morning's business headlines.
Good morning. Topping America's money, Chipotle on the upswing.
Analysts from J.P. Morgan say Chipotle's food safety crisis will cost the company 3 years of earnings growth between 2014 and 2017.
But even after a string of E. coli and norovirus outbreaks, they expect customers to slowly return.
Well, it's a wrap for McDonald's McWraps. The fast food giant is phasing them out for good.
McWraps were supposed to attract more health-conscious customers, but they didn't, and they were a headache for workers who complained they took too long to assemble.
And America has a new favorite grocery store. Wegmans tops the list with stores in 6 states on the East Coast. The survey is based on customer satisfaction and loyalty.
Rounding out the list, Publix and Trader Joe's dives to third. It's the first time in 4 years Trader Joe's did not rank first.
And that's America's money.
Have a great day.
America's Money, brought to you by Motrin.
Headache? Motrin helps you be an unstoppable, let's rock this concert like it's 1999 kind of mom. Back pain? Motrin helps you be the side-planking, keeping up with your girlfriend, even though you'll feel it later kind of woman you are. Body pain? Motrin helps you be an unstoppable, I can totally do this all in one trip kind of woman. When pain tries to stop you, there's Motrin. Motrin works fast to stop pain where it starts. Make it happen with Motrin Liquid Gels.
General Mills is removing artificial flavors and colors from our cereals, so you can love cereal.
My opioid pain medication is slowing my insides to a crawl.
That's opioid-induced constipation, OIC, a different kind of constipation.
I'm really struggling to find relief.
Paint a different picture. Talk to your doctor about OIC and prescription treatment options.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hey, Vanna, have you heard about the new Wheel of Fortune lottery game?
You bet. It's the ticket for some lucky lottery players to come here to Hollywood.
For a chance to participate in a private, non-broadcast taping of Wheel of Fortune with us.
Play the Florida Lottery game for a chance to win up to $250,000 instantly. And enter to win a VIP trip to Hollywood for a chance to win up to $1 million. Non-winning tickets only.
Play the new Wheel of Fortune game today.
Scratch, spin, and win.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, iComfort, and more. with available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
Did you hear? All Children's Hospital is now Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
There's a lot to a name,
especially when that name is a world leader in healthcare.
We still deliver the same compassion we provided for 90 years.
Plus the excellence you expect from Johns Hopkins.
Together we can conquer the biggest challenges and offer your child the very best care.
When it comes to kids, choose Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, as the New York primary edges closer, the Democratic candidates are battling it out in the Big Apple.
Plus, Secretary of State John Kerry is weighing in on a law that prevents Cuban natives from sailing back to the island nation.
And walking on water will show you how one Florida man plans on getting to Bermuda.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with Wendy Ross, who's in for John Scalzi. And, you know, the rumor is false. That is not John who's trying to walk on water to Bermuda. But I wonder if you're allowed, if American-born or Cuban-born Americans are allowed to use the bubble to get to Cuba.
Oh, there you go.
Not sail on a cruise ship.
Well, it was by ship, I thought that the law said.
Yes, or by water. I don't know if it's specified just ship. Ship or sailing vessel or walking on water bubble.
Well, that just doesn't. I don't understand laws like that.
I don't understand Fidel Castro.
There you go. Well, there you go.
He's not understandable. He's a dictator and a.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be having very similar weather to what they're experiencing down in Cuba, because we are going to be seeing some rain showers taking place across our region. Right now, though, we don't have a whole lot of wet weather taking place, but you can see that it's forming out in the Gulf of Mexico, and it is coming in our direction. However, interestingly, we will see most of the rain, the heaviest showers, well to the east of us today. Just as we experienced last night, we'll see the same thing again for tonight. And already we're starting to see a couple of showers popping up around the Arcadia area. We've already had some very light showers moving on through, but it's not going to be enough to spoil your morning commute. Temperatures right now in the 60s and 70s. And for the day today, we're looking for a 30 to 40% chance of showers developing, and temperatures will climb into the 80s for daytime highs.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Taking a look at traffic this morning, a couple things happening as you get on Sunshine Skyway Bridge northbound. The lane is blocked on the Terracea side, so be aware of that. You may want to, well, reroute yourself or leave yourself a little time. Otherwise, everything seems to be okay in that neck of the woods, and you just move down Manatee County, central Manatee County. Things are moving along nicely over both of the DeSoto and the Green bridges. Coming into downtown Bradenton, 75, 301, 41 as you head down into Sarasota are all moving along nicely at this point in the morning with no accidents or delays other than that one. Oh, see, it popped up just as I was talking. River Road, I bet you. There you go. I-75 northbound, there's an accident at River Road on I-75, so be aware of that.
Now to the latest in the race for the White House. With the New York primary just days away, the Democratic candidates battled it out in their 9th debate last night.
Yeah, the divisions between Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are on full display during the Democratic debate on CNN, from legal protections for gun manufacturers to the minimum wage fight.
I have supported the fight for 15.
I am sure a lot of people are very surprised to learn that you supported raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
While on the Republican side, GOP candidates attended a gala in the Big Apple. Voters will hit the polls in the Empire State this coming Tuesday. And here in Sarasota, a rally will be held tonight in solidarity with a national movement to promote democracy.
The rally will be held outside of Congressman Vern Buchanan's office on South Orange Avenue at 4. And this movement, called Democracy Awakening, calls for reforms to restore and expand voter rights and protections and curbs the influence of wealth during elections. Supporters of the movement will also gather in Washington, D.C. this weekend for a similar event. Secretary of State John Kerry is fighting back against a Cuban law that prevents Cuban-born Americans to return to the island nation on ships. Kerry says the Cuban law discriminates against Americans and Cubans living in the U.S., and this policy has led at least one cruise line to deny tickets to Cuban Americans. Kerry says the Cuban government should drop the ban if it wants to fully restore relations with other countries. And 2 Cuban Americans are now suing Carnival Corporation, saying their civil rights have been violated because they weren't allowed to buy tickets for a cruise from Miami to Cuba.
And the new Florida Supreme Court ruling is giving government agencies more responsibility when it comes to certain lawsuits. The Supreme Court ruled yesterday that agencies that are sued over public records access will have to pay the plaintiff's attorney's fees. Now, agencies will have to repay people who are forced to sue to get access to records, even if the agencies didn't knowingly violate public records laws. The ruling comes after a man in Jacksonville sued the board that oversees the city's police and fire pension fund over record access. A circuit judge originally ruled the board didn't have to pay the legal fees. Now they do. Governor Rick Scott is signing off on a sweeping education bill that would allow parents to move their children to schools across county lines. It was among 20 bills he signed into law yesterday. The legislation combines several unrelated education measures into one comprehensive bill. It includes many changes for high school athletics and allows private schools to join a state sports association on a per sport basis and make students who transfer immediately eligible for athletics. Other bills signed into law include one that prohibits representatives who assist veterans in applying for benefits from charging an administrative fee. This House Bill 977 allows psychiatric advanced registered nurse practitioners to prescribe certain controlled substances. And another new law will now require hospitals to post their prices and average payments online.
Well, now with just a few days left to file your taxes, choosing the right tax form this season can range from easy to complex.
Yeah, today we'll take a look at which form might be the right one for you. Well, there are basically 3.
Do you feel like you understand them?
No, not really.
Oh, I don't do them myself, sorry. No, I have an accountant.
They're very confusing. I have to go to a specialist to do it.
The simplest, aptly named 1040EZ, is best for those who report only wages and minimal interest. It doesn't allow for any deductions and just one credit, and it works especially well for filers who are new to the working life. But taxpayers, beware.
You may fit on a simpler form, but are you fully utilizing the deductions and credits available to you?
Life changes equate to tax changes as we grow older. Attend college, buy a home, have a child. It makes sense to move to a 1040A or a 1040 form, depending upon the complexity of your return.
You get a standard deduction. That's a set amount set by the government. If you want to exceed that amount, you then have to itemize it.
And that itemization can add up. For filers, some deductions are obvious, like mortgage interest.
They need to itemize everything to take full advantage of it, and that's state and local income taxes, some of your DMV fees perhaps, property taxes, charitable donations, unreimbursed business expenses.
And then there are credits. The difference between the two: a deduction reduces your taxable income. A credit, say for education, is a dollar-for-dollar reduction of your tax liability. So bear in mind, any deduction or any credit, no matter how big or small, is a smart one. Once you decide to make that leap to itemizing, it's a good idea to go to a professional prepayer at least once and let them take you through the full process. Now, from saving money on your taxes to saving money on your vacation, if you plan on visiting a national park this week, you won't have to pay to get in.
Oh, I wish I knew this in advance. Beginning tomorrow, there will be no entrance fees for the week at all national parks in the U.S. The National Park Service is waiving the fees as part of National Park Week. Only a third of the 411 national parks actually have entrance fees. Those that do tend to be the biggest attractions like the Grand Canyon. Outdoor enthusiasts can check the National Park Service's website for a complete list of parks by state. Meanwhile, a man in Florida is trying to get to the Bermuda Triangle using a plastic bubble as transportation. That does not sound safe. Reza Bellucci has started his second attempt at making this aquatic voyage out to sea. He first attempted it 2 years ago, but after 70 miles, his GPS fell into the ocean and the Coast Guard had to come and rescue him. He says that burst his bubble. Now he's back in the bubble and on his way once again. If successful, it will take him about 45 days to reach Bermuda.
We'll talk more about that in a second, but the Manatee YMCA is giving kids more opportunities to jump in a swimming pool this summer. The Y will be offering a new swim team program. Teams coming aboard include the Lakewood Ranch Blackfins, Parish YMCA, and also the Bradenton Barracudas. The teams will compete every Saturday between May and June. Aside from competitions, there will also be intensive practices focusing on starts, strokes, and building endurance. The swim team program is open for kids between the ages of 5 and 14. And Bradenton Beach is in the running to help Benderson Park host the World Offshore Rowing Championship set for 2018. The World Rowing Federation will consider Coquina Beach as the first U.S. host of its offshore championship. The event is a 6-kilometer race that's called the mountain bike version of traditional rowing. 1,600 available parking spots and wide beaches make Coquina the ideal location for the event on the Suncoast. City staff says traffic shouldn't be a concern due to the event's timing in late fall.
That's one of our slowest times for our resorts as well as the restaurants.
It's really a growing sport that's a huge opportunity for, once again, our area to showcase what we have available as far as resources to the rest of the world.
Staff with Suncoast Aquatic Nature Center, which manages Benderson Park, expect to know whether or not the bid is approved by August. Now let's get back to the bubble boy. He not only is he using a bubble, which is, you know, probably not the safest thing in the world, but he's going to the Bermuda Triangle. Why would you go into the Bermuda Triangle and then when you disappear go, oh, I wonder what happened to him? It's known to swallow up ships.
I'm guessing that
it's for attention.
Yeah, well, he'll get a lot of attention when he goes missing. He'll get a lot of attention when he goes missing in the Bermuda Triangle. He'll be like, oh.
He's one curious guy. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
See what happens.
Me too.
Don't, you know, tug on Superman's cape. You don't sail into the Bermuda Triangle.
There you go.
I agree. But what
you
can
don't.
we do?
I didn't know you didn't tug on Superman's cape.
Yeah, you don't spin into the wind.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Thank you for
You don't tug the mask
so
off
many
the
rules.
You don't tug the mask off the old Lone Ranger. Have you guys not lived?
No, apparently not. Apparently
long
not.
enough.
Oh, wow. Well played. Well played.
Well, I'll have the forecast coming up after the break here. I'll save you. I'll save you.
And also, working out is good for your body, but it can also have positive results for your mind as you get old like me. We'll tell you more coming up in Health Smart.
Don't miss Southwest Florida's largest barbecue and bluegrass event, Friday, April 15th and Saturday, April 16th, when the 7th annual Suncoast Barbecue and Bluegrass Bash returns to Venice. The whole family will enjoy award-winning barbecue and live bluegrass music. Friday night, there will be free hot air balloon rides. Please join us for a finger-licking and hot-picking good time April 15th and 16th at the Suncoast Barbecue and Bluegrass Bash. Free admission, parking, and live entertainment. Get all the details at suncoastbbqbash.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
At Sunset Subaru, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at the new redesigned Sunset Subaru dealership in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary. And remember,
For better water, pure and simple, call today and say,
Hey, Culligan man.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
The home at 200 Pine Street. The agent. The office. The agent out of the office. This is what you see. This is what you don't see. The hustle. The huddle. The drawing board. The shuffle. The open house. The bees buzzing. The buyer. The gentle nudge. The leap of faith. The offer. The negotiation. The pit bull. Finding the middle ground. The sigh of relief. The close. The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Well, the showers are building out in the Gulf of Mexico. They've not made their way onshore yet. We're really not expecting to see the showers until much later today. We've got maybe a 10–20% chance of rain throughout the morning hours. And we've already had a couple of showers, just some stray sprinkles that came on in this morning. Yesterday evening is when we had the very heavy showers and thunderstorms taking place. That was primarily over Polk County, which is this area right here, and we'll see the same type of thing developing again tonight, only east of I-75, maybe a little bit farther to the south. So we are expecting to see showers and thunderstorms coming on in, but it's not going to be a problem for your morning commute. You can see that right now we are looking at fair skies at this hour, but we still have all of this wet weather out here in the Gulf of Mexico that's going to be moving on in. So just keep that in mind. We've got a frontal system that's situated right here across central Florida. Low pressure systems moving along that. The same scenario that developed yesterday is developing again today, only our chances for rain have gone up to a 40% chance versus the 20% chance that we experienced yesterday. So what we're looking at is all across the southeast, we're looking at wet weather, and this is continuing across the state of Florida. It's certainly not raining right now across the Panhandle, which is where it had been raining yesterday, and that has helped to cool temperatures off today, so for the Panhandle. So what we're looking at is we've got the rain showers that are going to be developing out in the Gulf. They're going to be sliding on in here. We've got other showers that are going to be forming along the east coast and making their way over to the west coast. And our chances for rain are 40% for today, and then also a 40% chance for Saturday. So that unsettled weather stays with us through Saturday, giving us the opportunity for showers. But the storms that we could see are more likely to take place in the inland areas. And then we've got drier weather coming on in just in time for the rest of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. And as you can see, this is how the rain showers are expected to line up for us today, with very light rains taking place along the extreme western coastline. And then as you move inland and over towards the east coast, that's where the heaviest showers are expected to be today. So temperatures right now are coolest across the Panhandle. We've got 50s and low 60s right here, 60s across the northern part of the state. We're also looking at temperatures in the upper 60s and 70s and down to the south. They're in the low 70s right now. Across most of our area, temperature readings are in the 60s at this point. Manatee, northern Sarasota County, all seeing 67 to 69 degrees. You head on down to the south over southern Sarasota County and into Charlotte County, and just about everyone reporting temperatures in the 60s, with one lone holdout, that's in Boca Grande, 71 degrees. Our hourly forecast showing that our temperatures are going to start off south in the 60s, warming up into the 80s today, a 30 to 40% chance of rain during the latter part of the day. And if you're heading out to the beach, winds will be out of the southeast and then shift around to the southwest at around 5 to 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet. Our forecast for today calls for showers developing late in the day, a 40% chance of thunderstorms through Saturday, and then Sunday looks very nice. Rebecca?
Thank you, Wendy. Taking a look at your commute at 549 right now. Our major problems are on the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, where we're seeing a lane blocked southbound near exit 5. So be aware of that. Also further to the south, right at the base of I-75 or I-275 there southbound, there's also a partial blockage between exit 16 at Pinellas Point Drive and exit 5 at US 19. So be aware of those two points that could cause some slowdowns later on in the morning. As we head down into Palmetto, Ellington, it looks good on the bridges there, and 301 looks great, as well as 75, 41 moving along well. I'm not seeing any issues to report in Sarasota or any slowdowns. Everything looks really great at this point. And as far as South County, we do have one accident on I-75 northbound at River Road. That's exit 191. Not seeing slowdowns because of it, but be aware of that.
Millions of Americans like to kick back with a cold beer or a glass of wine. I don't know any of these Americans that do that, no, especially on Fridays. But when you're pouring that drink, how much is too much?
Well, in the U.S., one drink is defined as 14 grams of alcohol, which is about the same as 1 can of beer, 1 glass of wine, or a shot of vodka. 2 Stanford researchers looked at 75 countries and found that half of them didn't even define a standard drink. For the rest, the amount had a significant range. 1 drink in Austria is the same as 2.5 drinks in England. What countries defined as low-risk drinking was just as unpredictable. Researchers say the U.S. is tied with Chile for the highest suggested daily limits, which are 3 drinks for women and 4 drinks for men. So keep that in mind.
They suggest we drink that much?
Your limit. That's it. You're cut off there.
Working out may help you more emotionally and be more emotionally resilient. Now, a new study published in the journal Cognition and Emotion suggests that a 30-minute run can assist in better regulating your emotions. I totally agree. The study involves showing people an emotional movie clip after either exercising or stretching. The participants could more readily bounce back from the sad mood if they had previously done it 30 minutes of aerobic exercise than if they had stretched for 30 minutes.
All right, there, get working out. Well, it may strike you as an activity for kids only, but coloring books are making a big comeback, this time for adults. I have one myself. Psychologists say coloring books for adults make sense for a lot of reasons, but mainly because they allow us to get out of our own heads. This intricate patterns and the colors provide distraction and make it more difficult for your mind to wander off to whatever's bothering you.
One of the things that I think adult coloring books can do, and there are other things that serve the same purpose, is it pulls you out of your head into what you're doing, okay, which is a better place to be, because what you're doing is in the present, not a future that scares you or a past that you have remorse about.
You can also try a similar brain game like crossword puzzles or activities like quilting or even shooting some hoops in the backyard.
I do. Sometimes I'll do the crossword puzzle. And I read a lot and I have a pretty good vocabulary. But I'll do the New York Times. I'll look at it and I'll get one word and I'll go, oh, I got one. So then I'll think, oh, I could get a bunch. And I'll never get another one the whole time. So
hard.
And I said something about somebody, Lowell, my friend Lowell. And they go, well, Lowell sits over it all day. Of course he's going to finish it. I said, I could sit over it the rest of my life and I'm not going to get it.
And you do have a really good vocabulary. So the rest of us, I don't really know. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $169. A Civic, just $169. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
It's a mortgage sale for a limited time at Trustco Bank, no application fee. Stop in any branch today. Save even more with low closing costs. See why your neighbors choose Trustco Bank. Visit TrustcoBank.com for details.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Equal housing lender.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Hey, Vanna, have you heard about the new Wheel of Fortune lottery game?
You bet. It's the ticket for some lucky lottery players to come here to Hollywood.
For a chance to participate in a private, non-broadcast taping of Wheel of Fortune with us.
Play the Florida Lottery game for a chance to win up to $250,000 instantly. And enter to win a VIP trip to Hollywood for a chance to win up to $1 million. Non-winning tickets only.
Play the new Wheel of Fortune game today.
Scratch, spin, and win.
The spring clearance event is going on now, and the prices are hotter than ever at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Drive America's hottest SUV, a new Jeep Cherokee, for just $19,999. Lease a new Compass for just $199 a month with no tricks, no gimmicks. Just $799 total due at signing. Or buy a new 2000 Jeep Patriot for just $15,799. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl installed by a highly skilled team. G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. So the next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America.
And who knew our pricing was so good?
G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189, just $189, or 0.9% APR. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Well, a rescue pooch in the UK has been dubbed a soccer star after showing off some serious skills. Look at him go! Wow. Nonprofit posted this video. Your furry footballer, and it's already scoring points with viewers online. The pup's name is Alfie, but he's been nicknamed after superstar Ronaldo. Ronaldog is what they're calling him. Ronaldo. Not only for his skills, but also because he's easy on the eyes.
Oh my gosh, look at how talented he is.
What's the matter? If he was ugly, we wouldn't be happy about it? Come on.
Oh my gosh, he looks so much like my Winston. I am stunned.
Can Winston do that?
No.
Winston loves a soccer ball. He loves to play soccer. Yeah, he really does.
He can move it around like that?
No, he can't.
He loves the soccer ball. He can't move it around.
He loves it. He does it. He'll go fetch it. He loves to go do that. Yeah.
So cute.
That was
really sweet. It's 5:57. We'll be right back.